Hello there, my name is Sammy, and welcome to the next episode in my stream theory playthrough of Assassin's Creed 4, where I will play the game live while also providing analysis and commentary as I go. Again, we're nearing the end of the game here, call from last part, and let's see if there's any outstanding things I have to do. Well, the main thing that I mentioned last week was I was going to go after these legendary ships. Mostly during this week. I don't know how long that process will take. Those legendary ships seem like they're very tough. I went after, or I attempted one before, and it kicked my ass handily. So I don't know how long that'll take, but it should be fun. My first try against that was pretty cool. I loved, really liked that battle. Okay, I'm not going in the right direction. However, before head there, I think I will go finish this very last naval contract, see what that's all about. Now, unlike the other naval contracts we've seen so far, this one has to be done last, apparently. And I'm not sure if that means it's like a special mission, like a type of naval contract that is meant to be done last, like a culminating climactic naval contract. At least that's what I'm hoping. Then it would make a little bit more sense that it would be last. If it's just one of those random, normal naval contracts, then it wouldn't really make that much sense to save it for last, I guess. Alright. These hunter ships on my tail, but I think if I just hang around my fort here, my ally fort, fort will take them down easily. Also have to consider taking down these very difficult legendary ships. I probably want to make sure my ship's fully upgraded to give me a chance. Yeah, alright. Here comes the fort helping me out. I guess I'll take on these ships while I'm at it. Let's finish them off and continue on my way. Okay, another ship down. Okay, where is the other one? There it is. Okay, I don't really care about boarding the ship anymore. Well, I guess it matters if I want to upgrade and I need resources, but for now I think I'm just going to sink it like that. Okay, so onto this naval mission. We'll see what it's all about. The fact that it has to be done in order, I think, signals to me that this one is a little bit more hefty, that there's probably going to be a reason. But, you never know. It could just be a normal one. The only way to know for sure is to find out. Let's see what it's all about. Okay.
Seems you could use a little help disappearing, friend.
So the final contract. Greetings, privateer. I must record a sad day upon the calendar, for it is to be my last as an active merchant. Circumstances have forced me into retirement, though I do not believe my enemies will allow me to withdraw without a fight. I plead for your assistance, as I fear both the Spanish and the British will soon be upon me. Signed, Milo van der Graaf. I've been saying Milo van der Graaf, but maybe it's actually Milo van der Graaf. Firmer, honest businessman and constant friend. Alright, so, I never really thought about this, but, like, I never made the connection that character that we saw very early on, our friend there, was that Milo van der Graaf? Which probably seems obvious to a lot of people playing this game, that, oh, that's the guy who's giving us these naval contracts, and that's why these naval contracts are relevant to what we're doing, is because he's the one essentially giving us these contracts. I don't know. If that's the case, and I finally figured it out, that's definitely a detail that I missed. Otherwise, they could just be completely unrelated. Anyway, let's do this contract and get going here. You know what? While I'm here, I might as well check to see if there are any upgrades I can add to my ship here. Okay, ram strength. Okay, I can do ram strength. Let's see, everything else. Heavy shot, prerequisite plan, leech heavy shot required. Might want that. Elite fire barrel. I know one of the treasure maps correlates to this. One of the treasure maps, the find the buried treasure, has this plan in it. Fire rail storage, I think this one too, although that's not as necessary. I think for the most part, the most important upgrades be relevant during my battle against legendary ships I've got fully covered. The rest of these, not that important. And because of that, I probably won't be focusing too much on making sure I complete all of the buried treasure. I'll probably do that off stream, my own time. If there's any reason to do these appearance stuff. Figureheads, wheels. I don't know. It's not really that important. Crimson sails. I don't know, that seems kind of nice, I guess. Striped. Nah. Tattered leather. Flower. Serpent. Not bad. Interesting. I don't know, maybe I'd want the red sails. That seems to be pretty cool. I probably want to fill my ammunition. Although I see mostly full up on that. Let's see, sell cargo, sugar and rum, of course. There's also that upgrade in my hideout area, which doesn't really give me much in terms of rewards, but as far as completing the game, I could probably do that too. Just remember to find that. So I have to locate the Hollander. My ram strength is fully upgraded now. So the most relevant upgrades I have covered. Also, the fleet stuff in my cabin here, I haven't been doing that much on stream because it's very boring. Actually, I haven't been doing that at all, but it's probably something I'll just, tinker with off stream if I have to do that. But I found it to be largely optional. Because, yeah, it might be a good way to boost your resources to gain some extra cash and resources for upgrading your ship even further. For the most part, I've found that you don't have to deal with that boring part of the game if you don't have to. You just might as well do actual interactive combat in the real overworld here rather than in a menu-based sort of way. But I guess certain players might be hard-pressed for resources, might not be as adept as combat as I am, and this, I guess that provides an alternate method. Okay. Remain near allies, okay. But it does look like a sort of climactic battle, I suppose. Trying to get there as fast as I can, but not really seeing much. I can see a ship here. Like my Hollander ally friend. I have to protect. Low health, but I can't get there fast enough. Not really seeing any ships here. Okay, that's my ally there. So I'm guessing this is going to be a protect the ally sort of thing, with waves of ships that are going to be progressively more difficult. I do like that there's a low visibility to this mission. It adds a little bit of extra depth and challenge. So far, this naval contract is one of the better ones, which I would hope so, considering it's supposedly the climactic battle here. Oh, I missed it. Okay, let's finish it off. Now let's get these resources here. Yep, there we go. And this one's just waiting for me. I was gonna try and pick up that. Oh, wait a second, dude. Why is it not moving? If this guy was moving, I would not be ramming him right now. So maybe Hollander, please move. I don't know why it's just sitting there. Maybe the AI is bugged out, or maybe it's just waiting for me to finish this. Okay. Aha, here come the other.
Ready to fire! And it's not just the one ship, Cap.
Okay, I want to get these resources here.
Every last grab of duck on the wing.
Loot.
We're going to hit
And let's see what's going on. These ships here.
ease off the wing. Sail up! Coming up! Do you hear the news? More sail!
Oh, why is my ally ship always in the way? You know, be really cool. Trying to protect this guy, and he's just like sitting. He's becoming a sitting duck. He's forcing himself to be in grave danger here. Anyway, not a lot of damage done. It's a little bit awkward because of the AI in the way there.
Ready to fire, sir!
Okay, I'm trying to turn around here. Okay, I want him to get out of range of my gun so I can take out this thing. Finish him off. Okay, that was, I guess, totally fine. Okay, need to turn around here. So the battle is pretty cool, I think. Just some awkwardness going on. I don't know why my ally here, the Hollander, which I'm supposed to protect, if it was actually moving around a little bit more instead of, you know, being a sitting duck, I think I'd be able to protect it much better. Yeah, now it's moving. Alright, I want to try and get ahead of it here and maybe do some shelling. There it is. Kind of just grazing these ships. Whoa. I don't want to board it. It's going to take way too long. I'm just going to... I don't think I really need these ships as part of my fleet. But still a challenge. Okay, a wave is coming now too. Okay, keep going. I think this one. This battle, this final naval contract will probably be a little bit more climactic if I would do the boarding. That would make it a little bit longer. But I really don't feel the need to do that. Like I'm totally all set as far as resources go. So I'm just going to sink them outright. Although I'm betting that maybe those particular ships would give a lot of resources if I would board them. Alright. Yeah, that was a pretty good battle. Really cool. It's one of the better naval battles in the game. For sure. Race sails are now available in the captain's cabin. Okay. And there's the ally ship right there. That's the Hollander. Alright. Achilles wheel. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Definitely a great battle. You know what? One's the closest one. I guess I'll go to that one. Alright. Final naval contract, as far as verdict. Very well done. I like the low visibility. Waves of ships. The AI allied partner ended up being a little unpredictably bad there. Awkward for me. So I'll finish off these guys first, I guess. Use my ram strength to put it to good work. Alright. Working out pretty well. Okay, I'll finish off these guys. One last little obstacle before I head towards that legendary ship. Alright, turn around, head back on track. Now, as far as a climactic mission, I guess it's sort of a bare minimum, I guess. Bare minimum. But it's not really like, you know, ship battles I've seen before. Rather, it is a lot like ship battles I've seen before, or some of the more climactic ship battles earlier on have been very similar to that experience. So, if I'm being honest, then that last naval contract is a little disappointing, but still very, very good, very solid. How do I best navigate these islands? A lot of low visibility. I think the main reason why I'm not appreciating it more is that there isn't a whole lot of story associated with those naval contracts. There's a sort of very, very loose and very loose arc to those naval contracts. I would say there's some sort of weaving narrative, but I guess loose is not the word. It's very light, very thin and light on story elements associated with the naval contracts. And maybe if there was a more weighty narrative, more detail, more characters, more motivation, you know, a little bit more development in terms of story, then it could have very well been a worthwhile secondary side story to the main mission. Okay, here comes an attempt at a legendary ship. Let's see how this goes. Depending on how hard these are, maybe I shouldn't actually show these on stream and then, you know, try them in my own time. I don't know. I'll give them a good shot, and if they're way too difficult, I'll decide against them. If they look like they're doable, then I'll give it my best shot. My best shot.
Look at the size of head.
It's very. Aha, La Dama Negra. Okay, I believe that means the black woman. It's a very interesting name. I'm not sure. All right, so. So I'm going to try and concentrate as much as possible. Wow, holy crap. I'm gonna make sure I take cover as much as possible. Side of the ship is invulnerable to damage. Wow, okay. Interesting. So maybe. Okay, so I have to hit it from the back, it seems. Onto the ship? Nope. Okay, so I have to hit it from the back, it seems. Looks like each one of these legendary ships requires their own strategy. And I have to exploit or find that weakness in the armor here. Okay. Definitely seems like there's a strategy associated with this. Make sure I take cover. That's going to be super important to actually taking this down. Okay, that was not optimal. Okay. God, I can actually shell it too. It seems like the main strategy with this one is to attack it from the back. Oh, just short. Man, this is tough. It's actually tough to catch up to. Oof. This is a pretty good battle, I have to say. It's actually difficult to take on the strategy here. It's also a surprisingly fast ship. Not letting me... Okay, I got a little bit there. Man, I can't catch up to this thing. And it's slowly whittling me away. Like, doesn't seem to be a way to get there any faster. Okay, come on, come on. I need to be able to actually hit this thing. Barely doing any damage to it. I don't know how you can actually catch up where you need to go in order to take it down. It's just always a step ahead. It's always just right out of range, and I don't actually know how I got close enough to it in the first place to do that damage. I think it's doable. Definitely doable. Yeah, definitely doable. Just don't know why it's so fast. I guess part of the puzzle, part of the experience of taking it down, is figuring out how you can outmaneuver it. It looks like mortars are not effective at all. I have to hit it from the back, so it looks like the way to do this is to need to be able to cut across in the back here, like this. Okay. I need to wait for it to actually turn around, come at me straight.
Fasten yourself!
Okay, being able to cut across like this is really advantageous. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think I figured out how to keep up with the ship. Also make sure I outmaneuver it. Oh man. That was definitely a Pyrrhic victory there. Okay. Now what? Now how do I... I think I am in range of it. I'm gonna take a swipe. But I'm gonna need it to like turn around. No, no, no. What? How is it so accurate? That's amazing. I'm not able to turn fast enough.
On your mark, cover!
Seemed like I had a good strategy going there, but for some reason it's just like not working anymore. I just can't find the right angle at it. It just keeps short range, or keeps me at long range rather. Yeah, I really don't know how it's that range. It's ridiculous. It's still hitting me even this far away. Oh man, no matter how I maneuver, it's so accurate. Come on, dude. Move. Alright, so looks like there are a few stages to this battle. The second stage, it tries to keep a distance from you.
Oh! Look at the size of head!
Very interesting, but I think I'm figuring it out. The first stage I have down pat, and I think I might be able to get to that second stage, but It might seem like I'm a little frustrated here, but as we're seeing with games like Dark Souls, boss battle like this, well, a whole part of it is figuring out how you can take it out, how you can tackle the battle. For sure. This challenge I'm finding very intriguing, and figuring out how to get, you know, how to get my damage in, how to deal with the ship. Finding very interesting. Alright. Alright, so this part of the battle I can get done. I need to keep going across it, strategizing. Okay, I don't know why my ship is not moving. Last time I was able to get it to move and outmaneuver like this. Just can't get that done all the time.
Ready to fire, sir.
Come on! I don't know how I could have just missed that. Here that I feel like my ship is just sluggish for no reason. Okay, now it's trying to turn around. I'm gonna try to cut across, and my ship is just not moving again. I don't know why, even though I'm into the wind, still not moving. Last time it worked pretty darn well. Alright, here we go. Okay, now it's gonna be trying to catch up to it and avoiding the long range. Yeah, this is the other part of the battle. Trying to catch up to it. I kind of have to snake my way. I'm gonna wait for it to start shooting and then try to turn. Not sure if I'm catching up to it or not, though. Yeah, I guess I am catching up to it. Make sure I dodge these. Oh man, turning around is so difficult. My ship just, like, I'm turning so slowly. Okay, so I start turning now. Still seems like it's really outpacing me, even though I'm doing the right maneuvers, I think. Okay. Basically, I have to wait for it to like hit land, and then it's forced to turn around at that point.
Ready to fire, sir!
Okay, just barely avoiding. Whoa! Got it. Oh man. Oh wow. Whew. Defeat a legendary ship. Gotta say that was one of the best naval battles in the game. Like you have to do it multiple times before you get it right. But eventually figured out the strategy, just like with a Dark Souls boss, anything like that. Eventually figured out the strategy, and satisfying, you know, satisfying victory is your big payoff. Okay. Whew. At that, I think I want to go for another one. They're all on the four corners of the map, and let's see. If I recall correctly, I think that there is one more thing. Let's look in the progress tracker. I want to look at the Mayan steles. Yeah, there's still Mayan stele, an outstanding one here. Long Bay, where's that? All right, maybe I have to look this one up, Long Bay, because I have not seen where this could be. Well, where is Long Bay anyway? There's just one thing that I'm missing. Oh, there's actually an assassin contract here. I didn't know that there was still an outstanding... Okay. There's one assassin contract here. This is... Anyway, this is... I'm not sure what this location is, actually. New Bone, okay. So there might be... Maybe I am overlooking a few things that I have not seen. I might have missed. Where's Long Bay, anyway? Well, this one's nearby. I think I'm... Might as well do that before I warp anywhere else. Where is Long Bay? Nassau. I must be missing something. Mayan stele that I have not seen. Anyway, let's head over here because there's apparently one last assassin contract that I did miss. Look at that, it's right on the way also as well. So yeah, my take on the legendary ships. One of the best side quests in the game, for sure, or best battles. They're side activities. They count as side activities, and I would say they are, even though they're not narrative based, they don't have any story attached to them. They're definitely challenges in and of themselves. That's how you construct a battle sequence. Big, huge boss encounter on the high seas. And because of how it's constructed, the overall feel of it, the fact that you have to figure out a very specific strategy and pull that off using your skills, like even after you figure it out, that's one of the things about this. Like sometimes the difficulty of a boss encounter is just figuring out the exact procedure of actions that you need to take in order to take it down. And after you figure it out, it becomes super easy. I think that should only be one part of it. That's the first part of it. The second part is actually executing on that. And if both figuring it out and the execution are difficult and challenging, then I think that makes for a great boss encounter. So I think this has both parts of it. It's not just figuring out the strategy. It is also trying to. Okay, I guess I can go through here. Well, instead of going all the way around. Right, so as far as boss encounters like that go, it does have both parts of what I like about a challenging boss encounter. Figuring it out and then challenging execution. Apparently, you guys don't like what I'm doing. That's alright, they have to like turn around a huge amount in order to get to me anyway. You know, I actually think maybe these legendary ships shouldn't be optional because just because of how great they are. Maybe a few of them be better off not being optional. I think if they were part of the main story, doing at least one of them, for instance, doing one of them as part of the main story, just to give you a taste for them, and then the other ones being optional, I think that would have been a great way to improve missions, you see. So, I want to get this assassin contract, I don't want to deal with this other stuff. You have a treasure map which seems to link to this location. Okay, what is this location anyway? It is... where's my... Okay, yeah, there we go. 442113, let's see. Treasure maps. Oh, here we go. Right near the lighthouse. 442118. So there seems to be treasure. Lighthouse is right here. Since I guess since I'm here, I'll pick it up, but I'm not really concerned about straight up gold. Somewhere around here. Behind the lighthouse, near the trees, I guess. Here? Dig, okay. Yeah, if I can just, if it's, you know, if it's not out of my way, I'll pick up these treasure maps. Man, I can't wait to tackle those other legendary ships. Figure out the strategy there. Based on that first one. Really great. And it's actually a different from the one I tried the first time. So each ship is going to be its own unique experience, owns its own strategy, which I like. They're not going to be all the same. Taking them down. I mean, it's still going to involve a one-on-one battle, blasting it in some form or fashion. However, each ship is going to have its own like strengths and weaknesses, and I have to figure out how best to exploit that. So here's another assassin contract. I somehow missed this one, but it's okay. We're doing it now. The dreaded pirate. This arrogant captain is guilty of attacking many civilian ships, subjecting them to torture. Stop his acts of savagery. Sure. Okay, so where is this? Alright, it is actually a little ways off. Not quite where we are, okay. Since this is related to a regular side mission sort of thing, I guess I will still travel there normally. Make an allowance for that. Okay, there are no rowboats nearby, so I'll just head back to the Jackdaw. Yeah, so this should be, if I'm not mistaken, this should be the last assassin contract in the game. As far as I know, there's no other ones. Can't figure out where that last mines to lay is. I'll look into that off stream. I think I'll be able to figure it out there. So if I go around this way, I'll have to fight those ships. Well, I guess I'll turn around. I might as well. Both of directions are all like out of the way. Okay. I don't want to get too bogged down in combat this late in the game. Seen plenty of that. Don't need that many resources anymore, so now it actually behooves me to no longer do the combat. You know, that said, I actually probably should do away with my wand level. Because again, I don't need the resources anymore, so my purpose for doing the wanted level stuff is no longer relevant. So maybe I'll do some last combats here and there, lower my wand level, or I'll just find one of those captains to bribe. Alright, there are the 100 ships. Leave some obstacles in their path. Although they might go this way anyway. Yeah, it looks like they'll have to go. They're going this way as well. Get there. I'll wait for them to come to me a little closer. And here they come. It won't take them long. They'll catch up. Are there any forts nearby, by the way? Might be able to help me. Yeah, actually there is. Oh, right on the way there's a fort, so just keep on going in the direction I'm going. That's the fort, right? Yeah, so I'll battle these guys around the fort. I'll be able to lower my wanted level back down to 0, because I don't... Again, I think I'm all set as far as resources go, so very little point to keeping my wanted level up anymore. last ship there. I'll board this one to repair, and then I'll head to my fort to lower my wand level. I think my commentary today is largely going to be centered around those legendary ships. I need to keep talking about the combat over and over. The creme de la creme of the combat, as we've seen, is going to be in those legendary ships anyway. Best examples. My only complaint about them, I guess, is it's a shame that they're only optional, and that most people playing the game will probably miss them. So yeah, my suggestion was incorporate at least one of those legendary ships in the main storyline as part of the main mission progression. And the rest of them can be optional. So as they are right now, they are optional, and they're such a great quest, but they're such a great quest in battle, but they're so far at the end of the game that they might as well not exist for a lot of players playing the game. I think I've said very early on in my playthrough observation that most players do not finish games. If you look at like Steam statistics on games, especially ones that have like Steam achievements tied to progress, those can be used to track how many people actually play the game all the way through. You just have to look at their progress and see, did they reach this checkpoint in the game? Did they reach this point in the game? Did they reach the end of the game? And the answer is, most of the time, no. People do not get too far in a game. So, with that in mind, like having those experiences so far at the end, they don't I can't recommend this game based on the legendary ship experiences, just because of how late they are in the game. Requires a time commitment that is unreasonable for most people, considering the length of the game overall. Okay. So I'll make a little pit stop at my fort there, my fort ally. They're not really my forts, just to lower my wanted level a bit. I actually don't need to repair, so I'll use this one to lower my wanted level. Okay. So just doing this last assassin contract, and then I'll head towards. Guess I'll head towards my. Well, I'll head towards the legendary ship. But there's another thing I wanted to do.
We now have the materials required to make us.
One thing I don't like about these ships is having to do a 180-degree turn completely around is a little clumsy. If you have to do that during, like you saw me having to do that during that legendary ship battle, and it was just a little tedious. Took a lot of damage just from doing that. Fort will take care of those guys. So, I'm not sure about that name, if it's like, if they're trying to go for historical accuracy, but naming
Seems you could use a little help disappearing.
Oh, here he is. Yeah, here he is. Naming a ship the Black Woman in Spanish doesn't seem that great. I don't know. Could be just commentary on the culture at the time. However, it doesn't really do anything with that commentary. There is no, like... There is no point in trying to go against that sort of naming scheme. It's just there. So, it doesn't really count as commentary against that naming scheme. It's just named that. So that's not really a good justification, historical accuracy. It doesn't, I mean, there's a lot in this game that is not historically accurate, so having a name like the Black Woman for a ship, you know, in Spanish, I don't think is all that necessary. Especially since it's trying to use that name as a sort of connotation for that ship. Like, it's trying to use that name as to depict a certain image that people might immediately see when they hear the name the Black Woman. Which is, you know, in terms of that, it's not very progressive at all. Okay, why is there so many... I only can't get through here. I have to go all the way around. Guess that's what I have to do. Now, I don't think I have the time or the, you know, the thinking power right now, since I'm playing it live, to really dig deep into the connotations of that name. But I think that, you know, by naming it the Black Woman, in Spanish, of course, it is, you know, trying to convey a certain meaning in you know, in a negative fashion, which is not that great at all. And you could say, oh, you can make the argument, oh, it's the Spanish, the characters in this game are doing it, and point, because I can't really dock here, I just have to, you can point to the, oh, it's the characters that are making this mistake. The characters, the Spanish in this game or in this world chose that name, but that doesn't really fly when you consider the fact that actual people made this game and decided upon that name for this ship, for this legendary ship. They're the ones who ultimately decided, you know, developers of this game are ultimately the ones who decided the name of that ship. And they, you know, consciously or not, or unconsciously, they were aware, or, you know, they named it that for the image that would come to, you know, a given player's mind when they see that name. And all of the meanings associated with that. So I think that is, there's a little underlying negativity to naming it that, naming a ship the Black Woman, that is unavoidable. So it would have been better if maybe they did not name it that. Okay, so there's a sniper up top. Probably want to wait for him to turn around. Maybe I will pull him down. Wait for him to turn the corner. I think I did this exact thing the last time I was here. I just want to loot. That's all I want to do. I don't know why I can't loot this ammo here. There we go. Finally got the prompt. Okay, so one more sniper guy. That's him. Oh, somehow missed him. Okay, well, I don't know how it could have missed, but I just have to deal with that now. Alright, climb up. You have my permission to climb up, Kenway. Alright, kind of bungled that one up, but I thought for sure that I had the assassination there. I don't know, somehow just didn't align. Just did not align correctly. That's okay. Keep on going. Assassin contract is complete. Now, do a quick check. There isn't anything else to do, right? There's just an outstanding Mayan stele somewhere in this world that I'm missing, and I'm not able to find it. I'll probably look into that for next part. Now I'm going to. I have some money, so I think I will go fast travel here. Like I said, once I've done all the normal side quests, explored the map thoroughly, completed it, I said, you know, I'm gonna ease off on my rule of fast traveling. Just because there's no point to going the hard route of exploration, especially since most of the remaining objectives are so far apart from each other. I'll just be sitting here this whole time, just, you know, sailing. Might as well just put the controller down and let the boat go in one direction. So if that's the case, I think I'd rather just fast travel to finish up any outstanding stuff to do. Alright, so there's one little thing here that is essentially a optional sort of quest. Upgrading. I'm not really sure what exactly these things mean. Why would actually want to upgrade this other than checking off another side quest from, you know, as far as completing the game. Build a guest house. Okay, well, I have the money for it, so this money's burning a hole in my pocket. There's no reason not to build it. Okay, guest house has been built for the manor. Now the question is, oh, I guess there is some like rewards tied to it, multiplayer rewards. But there's nothing. I know it's fully upgraded. New relic, portrait, emblem, and title unlocked for the multiplayer. Okay. So it does seem to be related to rewards that you can get in the game, but they're not rewards that you see immediately from playing, or rewards that you can implement immediately. As far as what you need to play the game, like you don't get a special armor for your ship or anything like that. It's just a reward that is part of the overall package, but not necessarily something that you get in a single player. I mean, the multiplayer is definitely a part of the package of this game, for sure. but ultimately not quite the same. I sometimes appreciate the views of these islands here, vistas, really nice. I guess the short version of what I'm trying to say is that I wish there was more motivation to upgrade your hideout in the single player directly, rather than having it be tied to something that is extraneous of the single player experience, part of the multiplayer experience. Okay, when fast travels, since I fast traveled here. Okay, which one do I want to do next? I guess I have time for one more legendary ship. How about I try this one? The corner here. I've already tried the one in the bottom right. I do that next. Alright. I will just fast travel here. This makes the most sense. And I'll do the legendary ship for today. That second legendary ship today, and then next part I'll do the final two, as well as looking into that Mayan's delay, final Mayan's delay, somewhere in this world. I'm not sure where it is. Sure, it can't be too difficult to find. But in the meantime, heading towards this legendary ship. And this should be fun. Should be interesting battle. I was trying to look for that dude there, but I guess too late to save him, rescue him. Very rarely look at the ship from this view. We'll get a full view of the Jackdaw here. Looks really nice when fully upgraded, or close to fully upgraded. Rolled with the gold trim and everything. Really nice. Even fully upgraded, it seems like a little bit improbable that this ship would be able to take down legendary ships, legendary man-of-war ships, or even normal man-of-war ships that are, you know, out in the world, sinking them over and over again without taking a scratch itself. Although, you know, there might be some records of powerful, fast ships that are smaller that are able to, you know, that were able to take down man-of-war ships based on their speed.
What's she doing?
Okay.
She's coming straight at us.
So what's the strategy here? I'm going to try to use my arrows. Seems to be very aggressive. See if my mortars are any bit effective here. It's a little bit effective, probably worth.
Ready to fire, sir. Get them along. Down to upstairs.
Oh, just short.
Awaiting orders, sir.
This one, I'm not sure. At the outset, it seems to be very aggressive, going for a very aggressive tactic. Now I'm not sure what it's doing. Have to wait and see. Very interesting Very different, very different from the other ship. Yeah, this one's called the Impoluto. Okay, I need to turn, please. Kenway, turn. Very aggressive. Okay, so far it seems to be winning. Wow, what is that? That's a very different tactic. Yeah, I don't want it to ram me like it did before. Try and avoid that if I can. Man. Alright, so yeah, very aggressive, but I think I can manage this one too. Starting to get a feel for the battle itself.
Ship sighted! Oh, she's a beast!
This one's almost like jousting, like it's trying to be very aggressive, hit you head on, playing chicken essentially. Ram you. Very quick ship, so maybe I should let it chase. And then use fire barrels to punish it. If I just keep pressuring it, then I can... Alright, so I'm gonna turn around and do another sort of game of chicken, another joust, right? And I'm gonna try and use my fire barrels again. Once it decides to turn around, of course. Probably turn around now. Okay, I can take some swipes at it from here. Yeah, definitely too far away. Wait for another joust, I think. Although I should probably be careful. It seems to be able to catch up very well. As soon as it turns around, I'm going to... Right, here it comes. Okay, come on. Need that hit. Ooh. Oh man. So close too. Much closer than the last attempt. Alright. I think I can get through this. The main problem here is that
Oh, she's a beast.
really have to be a master at figuring out the movement of your ship, planning ahead of time, making sure you know exactly where you're going to go, because these are, of course, ships, sluggish. See how long it takes for me to turn? Doesn't seem to be concerned at all about my fire now. Alright, we're off to a pretty bad start here. Oof. Yeah, like that kind of shot. How are you supposed to avoid that? I really don't think you can avoid it, since you just have to duck down and take as little damage as possible. I have not figured out how to take down... Yeah, I have not figured out how to avoid that ram. It just, as soon as it turns around, it's just like it guns for you. It just somehow, and it finds an unnatural speed, an unnatural wind fills its sails. Like, I guess that's why it's a legendary ship, because it's like ships don't actually work like this. They need wind in their sails, you know, in order to actually be able to catch up to you. Big ships like this are going to be sluggish.
What's she doing? She's coming straight at the water. Oh, come on! Hit the bastards! We're ready for
Okay, come on, Kenway. Need to turn. Need to turn. Trying to use these fire barrels to my advantage here, but come on, fire barrels.
awaiting orders!
Okay, so Yeah, avoiding the ram there. Very difficult, but I think it is doable. Seem to be able to make that work. And fire barrels are probably key to making that happen. Still a very tough battle. Alright, yeah, I'll let him come to me. Definitely don't want to be facing him, it seems, because if that ship is already heading to me, then it's too late to turn. Essentially. It's because of how long it takes for me to make that, you know, 180 degree. I don't know what it's doing now. Oh, you know what? It's waiting for me to head towards it, and then it makes its move. Maybe now I need to start turning around. Yep. So once it commits to that joust. Oh, it's backing off already. So it really wants you to joust. It's not gonna make a move until... Okay, I really like this one. That it's smart. Waits till you're fully committed to the joust, and then only then does it make its move. So I have to make sure I'm able to turn around fast enough. Okay, that sort of worked. I don't know why I'm doing so little damage to it. Plus it just finds an unnatural speed out of nowhere. It's going against the wind and somehow going super fast. Oh man. Really cool battle though. Ah, man. It is deliberately out of the way. Almost as if the AI knows exactly how far away your guns are. It knows exact range of your guns and stays out of the radius. Seems to me like the only way to do this is to make sure you turn around fast enough and use your fire barrels to punish it. Because if I'm gonna go head on, it's always gonna be ramming me perfectly. Ah man, I can't avoid that. I haven't seen this one in a while. Okay, am I in range? Please tell me I'm in range. Man, a tough battle. so close. Does that mean I hit? Oh, come on. That was uncalled for. Game. That was uncalled for. Giving me hope. Okay. Wait for another joust here. That's... oh my goodness. That's it! Oh man. What a great battle. Holy crap.
Starboard, Captain. Looks like booty. Please tell me what this tale looks.
I'm speechless at that battle.
Tell me
Well,
now what is this
first glance, of course, seems like it's another straightforward battle, but its aggressiveness and the way it just always on your tail and the way it forces you to commit into a joust is what makes it interesting ultimately. Okay, so I'm going to face it head on, brace. Okay. I guess it's a very basic fight, it seems, but because of the way it's able to move around, it makes you, it requires you to figure out how to maneuver your ship as best you can, so that you are punishing it for its aggressiveness, the ship's aggressiveness. You have to find that short window of opportunity within that battle to punish its full speed ramming, commitment to that ramming. Punish it as much as possible. Okay. I think that's why it's interesting, because it on the surface it seems straightforward, but it requires great skill to execute. You have to be quick on your toes, which is saying something considering you're on a ship, you're controlling a ship, or you're navigating a ship that is, of course, is a ship. It's going to be sluggish, right? So you really need to make sure your moves are planned well and ahead of time, timed just right, so that you can get your maneuvers working well. Okay, so think I want to go after the one that I went after before. Gain money high. I mean, they're all really tough, right? They are not any easier depending on the quadrant that they are in. So this one I've already seen, so I think I want to go for this one first. Fast travel there. However, not today. I think 2 legendary ships with some missions in between, and some commentary on why those legendary encounters work very well is very much enough for this stream, this episode for today. So, with that, I want to thank you if you tuned in on either Twitch or YouTube, and I will. Man, that was really took a toll on me. So, yeah, thanks again for watching this episode. We're getting really close to the end, and I hope you stick with me to that end. And If you want to watch any of the archives, catch up to where we are right now, you can watch them at my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/yamstersam. And you can also follow me on Twitter to find out when I go live on Twitch. The username is @yamstersam, of course. And of course, if you like what I'm doing here, follow me on Twitch directly. That is twitch.tv/yamstersam. And with that, I will sign off for today and see you later. See you for in the next episode for some more legendary ship battles as we get really close to the end of the game. Alright, see you later.